Okay, well, he's going to spend 8 hours in custody.
I know who you are. I was going to say, I thought that looked like you.
This is crazy.
Today, we've got a body cam view of 4 famous celebrities who were stopped for causing trouble on the road, which resulted in getting mugshots for some of them. Starting with Nick Hogan, an American TV personality and son of wrestling star Hulk Hogan. Nick was pulled over for suspected DUI on November 18, 2023. Officers were conducting a traffic stop in Clearwater at about 1:18 a.m. when they spotted a Dodge Ram that was approaching them. An officer tried to direct the driver to move to another lane with a flashlight, but the driver failed to comply. In Florida law, drivers are required to move over a lane for police cars that are stopped if it can be done safely. If not, then drivers have to slow down. Additionally, it was reported that Nick Hogan was traveling at a speed of 51 miles per hour in a 40 miles per hour zone. The footage begins with a police officer approaching a black pickup truck.
How much you had to drink tonight?
Nothing, sir.
Nothing at all?
Nothing,
You almost ran me over. It was me that you almost ran over when you were driving right by me, okay?
The officer, with a firm but concerned tone, explains the reason for the stop. Skeptical of Nick's explanation, asks him to step out of the vehicle.
So where are you coming from tonight? Come on over here.
Beach. Heading home.
Leaving the beach, heading home?
Heading home.
Nothing to drink tonight?
No, sir.
So it's just, you said they're passengers?
Yeah, just passengers.
But I can smell it on your breath.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's them. I was just kissing my girlfriend.
Nick, smelling of alcohol, steadfastly denies drinking, attributing the alcohol scent to kissing his girlfriend in the passenger seat. Unconvinced, the officer proceeded to commence a series of field sobriety tests.
Well, would you mind if I checked your eyes and make sure you're safe to be driving, sir?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you just put your feet together for me, heels and toes touching like mine, hands at your sides. You wear glasses of contact, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, perfect. Have you hit your head really, really hard in the last 24 hours to where you caused you to vomit or something?
Not in the last 24 hours.
So, you see that red light on my pen?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you just follow with your eyes only, don't move your head. I want you to keep your chin level for me, though.
Yes, sir.
Don't move your head, just your eyes.
I got neck problems, sir. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't want you to move your head.
Okay,
you keep
well,
moving your head.
I understand that, but I can't. If I look too far, that way I have to turn my head because my neck is a little.
Just your eyes. You don't need to move your head.
That's fine.
Okay, keep your chin level for me, though.
Okay, no problem.
There we go. We're going to do this quick pass again.
I can only look so far, man. Without my neck turning, I can only look so far.
I need you to follow my instructions,
Sure.
okay? Keep your chin level for me. Your chin is still on that level. There we go.
Okay, well, you're holding it above my head. I'm sorry.
I'm not holding it above your head.
Okay.
One more time. Last thing I want you to do is look up in the sky for me. Close your eyes. I promise it's not a trick, okay? Look up the right.
Okay.
So your feet are together for me, heels and toes touching.
Okay.
Heels and toes touching. There you go. Toss your head back. Look in the sky. And close your eyes. Try to relax. All right, you can relax. All right, sir. Here's where I'm at. I am seeing some signs of impairment. I'm going to ask, are you willing to further participate in some field sobriety exercises?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Sure.
Why don't you come over here? All right. Just stand right here at the top of the line for me.
The officer asked Nick a series of questions to check if there might be anything that will affect his performance during the sobriety test.
I'm going to start just by asking you a few personal questions. Can you state your full name for me?
Nicholas Bollea.
Okay. And what race do you identify with?
Is that a loaded question?
No, it's a
white
question. Yeah,
White?
I have to ask, okay.
I mean,
All
that's a, okay, white.
And what's your date of birth, sir?
July 27th, 1990.
Okay. Do you have any physical defects?
Aside from injuries, no.
What do you do for work?
I am a music producer.
Music producer. Okay. You take any medications prescribed to you? I asked you this already. Do you wear glasses or contacts? You said no.
No, sir.
What's your highest level of education?
GED.
GED. Okay. Have you consumed any alcoholic beverages in the past 24 hours?
No, sir.
Have you used any illegal drugs or narcotics to include marijuana in the past 24 hours?
No, sir.
Okay. This may sound like a silly question, but do you know your left from your right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have to ask. Some people don't know. Which one's your left? Which one's your right? You got it. Okay. So this first exercise is called the walk and turn. When I tell you to begin, you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps on this line, touching heel-to-toe on each step with no space in between. All right, sir. When you're ready, you can begin.
After showing difficulties performing the tests, they finally come to the last part of the exercise, which will shortly be followed by his arrest for DUI.
So tilt my head back, close my eyes, and count to 30.
However you like to do that. You're going to estimate 30 seconds in your head, not out loud.
Okay.
Once you feel you've reached 30 seconds in your head, you're going to bring your head forward, open your eyes, and say stop. That's it. All right, tilt your head back, close those eyes, begin. You remember my instructions? So we're going to say stop.
Oh, stop.
All right?
I'm sorry, yes.
All right, very good.
We
All
have
right.
to get if you like.
No, you're good. We're going to come over here. What I'm going to do is I put you in 2 handcuffs because you're kind of you got some big shoulders there, okay? I'm just going to place you under arrest for DUI. The next part of my investigation is a breath test to determine its alcohol content. Are you willing to provide me a sample of your breath?
Sure.
Sure.
What's if I don't? What's?
All right, let me explain it to you.
Outcome if I don't?
Let me explain it to you.
After explaining the consequences of not submitting to a breathalyzer test, Nick continued to refuse.
What that basically says is that if it's the first time you refuse, you'll lose your license for a year. If it's a second or subsequent refusal, so if you refuse in the past, it's going to be 18 months suspension on your license, and it's an additional charge for it, okay? For refusing. So with that said, I'm going to ask a final time if you're willing to give me a sample of your breath.
May I speak to my legal counsel?
No, when it comes to implied consent, no, you don't get a legal counsel, okay?
There's no legal counsel.
No, not when it comes to implied consent, no, sir.
I can't make a decision.
You can't make a decision.
No, sir. I can't make a decision.
Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you down to the instrument. I'm going to give you the opportunity down there to provide a sample since you're indecisive.
I'm indecisive. Okay? I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Spread your stance for me.
Nick was searched and soon placed inside the police car.
Sir, just have a seat inside here for me. Watch your head as you step in, okay?
Sir.
Moments later, Hulk Hogan, Nick's father, arrives at the scene and inquires about his son's arrest.
He's currently in custody for DUI.
Did he blow? Okay.
We're at that point right now where he's asking if he's willing to blow or not.
Cool. Let me find my lawyer real quick, see where we're at. This is crazy. Sorry about this.
It's all right. So if he refuses, he's going to have the opportunity to go to a driver's license hearing, or he can get a hardship driver's license. If this is his first DUI, there's methods they can use to reduce the charges. I mean, there's different things that they can do. With your attorney, you should be able to figure all that out.
Yeah, he says his first DUI.
Yeah, he should be.
What was he doing? Was he speeding or what was his deal?
Move over.
Excuse me?
Move over.
What does move over mean?
Means when your officers are working on the side of the road, you change lanes. He went by us at 51.
Yeah, boy. 9th Street?
We're going to take him to the main station. We're going to give him the opportunity to, I think he's refused, so we're going to give him the opportunity to still provide a breath sample regardless.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry, what was that, boss?
He's got to spend 8 hours in custody.
He's going to be there 8 hours?
He's got to spend 8 hours. By state law, he's got to spend 8 hours in custody.
Okay, well, he's going to spend 8 hours in custody. Then I'll get him out. Can I talk to him?
Can you back up so we can talk to him real quick?
I was going to, yeah, I can do that. I was just going to get your phone number real quick for him.
The officer explains how his son performed during the sobriety test.
And honestly, I don't know what the other officer saw. From what I saw, he didn't do that.
Hogan explained that he had been with Nick just a few hours earlier before his son left to judge a bikini contest. Later, it was confirmed that Nick had spent time at his father's bar, Hogan's Hangout, which hosted a bikini contest that same evening.
Because I had a couple of my friends come in town. Jason Aldean's DJ was there. And so I went by at 10. I stayed till 11:15. And when I was there, he didn't drink anything in front of me. Because he was right there DJing. And I was sitting this close next to him. So he must have started drinking after I left. If he had run his breath, he must have drank like shots of liquor or something. Because
this incident wasn't Nick's first brush with the law. In 2007, 17-year-old Nick and his friend John Graziano were in a terrible car crash, resulting in a traumatic brain injury to Graziano. Following the discovery that he was under the influence while driving, Nick received a sentence of 8 months in jail and 5 years probation. He entered a plea of no contest to charges of reckless driving that caused severe bodily harm. The Graziano family filed a lawsuit against the Hogans, culminating in an out-of-court settlement of $5 million. As for the latest escapade, Nick was eventually released on a $500 bond after spending the mandatory 8 hours in custody. As of today, legal proceedings regarding Nick's DUI case are still ongoing, with a new hearing scheduled on February 23, 2024. Our next case follows a TikTok star who vanished from the internet after her DUI incident took a toll on her career. On July 19, 2021, police arrived at the scene where they found Amanda Caravalla asleep behind the wheel at an intersection. Amanda gained fame on TikTok for her opposition on the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade in 2022.
Radio 2, cars and drive. Driver's asleep, put on the brake.
Cars and drive, driver's asleep, put on the brake.
After a few minutes, another police car arrived on the scene, and the officer began urging Amanda to wake up and put her car in park. However, Amanda was barely responsive.
Whoa! Wake up! Put it in park!
Put the car
Put it in park! Put the car in park!
Put the car in park.
Put the car in park!
Yeah.
Police department, put the car in park!
Car in park.
Wake up!
Put the car in park. Alright, car in park. Officer, put the car in park. Wake up. Alright, I'll get it locked here.
Miss! Please, put it in park! Put it in park! Put the car in park!
Car in park. Park.
Amanda appeared to be slipping back to sleep multiple times, and the officer had to shake her car to get her attention.
Wake up! Put it in park! I'm gonna shake the car again. Put it in park. Car in park. Put the car in park. Would you mind opening the door for me? Oh boy. Hello? Hey, open the door.
Open the door.
Ma'am,
Put the car in
open the door. Open the door. Open the door. Police department, open the door.
Since Amanda refused to follow orders, the officers had to insert a wire by her windshield so that they could unlock the vehicle.
Can you put it in park?
Hey! Unlock it. Excellent. There we go.
Oh,
Hey,
hello.
nice. Police department. Why don't you do? Take your seatbelt off. Step out.
Hammered.
Relax for a second.
Oh,
Do you know where you're at?
yeah.
Where?
At the decision
At the what?
I still live in.
At the what?
At the decision that.
Go step over here.
Hey, we're gonna go over here. Going over.
Good.
Did you not hear us?
I mean, there's like a bunch of cop cars. And,
Okay. All right, come over here. Hello. What's your name?
Amanda.
Amanda. What's going on tonight?
There's a cop car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you crashed into just now.
Me?
Yes.
When asked about how much she had to drink that night, Amanda appeared to be distracted, and the officer had to make an extra effort to get her attention.
How much have you had to drink tonight? How much have you had to drink tonight? Look at me. Hello. Hello.
Do you know where you're at?
Where are you? Do you know where you're
Yeah,
at?
I'm looking at the cop cars that are.
You know you were asleep at the light? Can you answer our questions?
Can you?
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the cop cars that are.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you were asleep at the light.
Listen.
Yeah.
All right. Can you look at me for a sec?
What's up?
Can you answer my questions?
What time is it?
Yeah,
you don't even
know. You don't know? It's
No, I don't know because
Okay.
I'm driving a car in the middle of the night.
Amanda, how much have you had to drink tonight? Be honest.
What time is it?
3 o'clock.
Okay, 3 o'clock.
Yeah. How much have you had to drink?
3 o'clock. I've had 3 o'clock to drink tonight.
Okay. All right. All right. So my next question to you. All right, Amanda. You ready for these other questions? Do you have anything that's medically wrong with you? Are you diabetic?
No.
Okay, would you have any, do you have anything that inhibits your ability to walk? Anything like that?
Do you suffer from seizures?
Do you suffer from seizures?
The officers conducted a sobriety test, but Amanda continued to be distracted.
You see my finger? What I want you to do is I want you to keep your head still and track my finger with just your eyes, okay?
Okay.
All right, you ready?
How am I supposed to track your finger with just my eyes when my kids' cars are moving over here?
Do you want to face this way?
Yeah, we'll face this way.
Cars
Okay, let's face
that are moving
flip around.
for no reason.
Flip around.
I want Michigan State Police, Mike Davis. I want him here.
Okay, well, I want you to take my test right now.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm looking at your finger.
Well, you gotta keep your head
Just
still.
keep your head still. Just keep following the finger, okay?
Okay.
The officers then arrested Amanda for OWI.
When have you turn around, put your hands behind your back for me, you're under arrest for OWI right now.
I'm under arrest for having a Michigan State trooper coming here.
No, you're under arrest for operating on
You are under arrest for hitting my car and being extremely intoxicated while driving. And you don't even know where you're at right now and you're refusing to take my test.
I'm waiting. Yeah. Okay. He's my brother-in-law, and I'm waiting for him to call you for me to do what? What am I doing right now that's illegal that...
You were sleeping in the traffic lane and you put up the brake pedal.
Alright, miss, so I have you take a seat in my vehicle, okay?
Thank you.
Yep.
Watch your feet there.
During transport, Amanda kept on talking and ranting about her situation.
5 in the morning. Newborn baby. Oh my God, she's tired? She's tired? Not drunk. Wouldn't even blow over. She has one. But we're taking her into the station because we're in the Boulder PD. And our are, you know, they're pretty hard getting off on. Tell yourself how much of a bad you are right now.
Every day.
Yeah, every day. Every day. Look at you. Woo!
Amanda was taken for testing, but was very dismissive about taking the test.
I'm a peace officer. You're under the arrest for operating a vehicle while intoxicated due to the consumption
Okay, I have a
of
question.
alcoholic liquor, a controlled
I have a question.
substance. Can I read it first?
No, I have a question because I didn't even get a sobriety test.
I gave them to you, and then you said you weren't going to take them, and then at that point, my hands are tied. And if you don't believe me, I have it all on recording as well. So that's why we wear body cam.
Yeah, we will. We will request that footage.
Okay, so I'm going to read this to you. I'm going to read this to you. I'm a peace officer under arrest for the offense of operating.
I had one drink tonight, and I'm being arrested by the Livonia PD.
Okay.
For falling asleep, for being exhausted, for being a new mom. Yeah.
I'm requesting that you take a chemical test to check for alcohol. Here's the deal. You blow in this, and if we... Okay, are you refusing or not? I'll explain it to you.
Yeah, I'm refusing.
Okay, can I explain it before you refuse?
No.
If you take this breath test here, you can get out whatever your number is because we have a chart. You refuse, I'm going to take your license, add 6 points to it, and they're going to take your blood. Is that what you want?
No, I cannot imagine being a cop every day of my life.
So are you refusing or are you going to blow?
After much arguing, she eventually submits to a blood test. But before being taken to the hospital, Amanda appeared to change her mind and mocked the officer.
Would you like to take the breath test?
I'm ready for you to take me to the hospital and take a blood draw of my...
Are you refusing? So are you refusing or do you want to take a blood draw? So are you consenting to a blood draw?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
I don't consent to this.
Well, you don't have to when you're under arrest, so...
Yeah, please walk around. I read all the... Yeah, you guys hit somebody else's car for no... So
Yep.
I'm talking about in real life.
You
Like
put,
you hit somebody else's car for no reason.
Yep.
So
Put your leg in there so I don't hit it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Amanda still refused to cooperate. The officer escorted her out of the hospital without getting her blood sample.
I'm clearly stating that I want to call my lawyer before I consent to this test.
Are we yelling, or are we going to say yes or no?
Are you going to ask me the same question over and over? I
yeah,
want
so
to call my lawyer before I consent to this test. What don't you understand?
I'm asking you if you're.
It's a very clear statement. I know that you guys do your like. Okay, there goes my license. For what? You didn't even do a breathalyzer.
Oh, I tried to. You said no.
Okay.
You hit my car.
Blah 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 blah.
Before getting back in the police car, the officers had to clean the car's seat because Amanda threw up during the ride there.
My throw up is because ever since I had my baby, I puke randomly. So you can clean it up. If you wouldn't have arrested me for falling asleep for having a newborn, then you wouldn't be cleaning my throw up. I don't feel bad for you. Are you joking?
Eventually, Amanda was taken back to the police station. As a consequence of her actions, the TikTok star was charged with OWI and was sentenced with 6 days of community service and 12 months probation. Our next celebrity arrest happened on June 4th, 2022 at 1:47 a.m. David Koechner, known for his roles in Anchorman and The Office, faced a serious event far removed from the world of comedy. Koechner was pulled over by the Ohio State Highway Patrol in Lawrence County, Ohio, under the suspicion of drunk driving. The Bodycam footage shows officers discussing the smell of alcohol on the actor.
Oh, God, I can smell it from here.
According to Koechner, he was headed to Comic-Con in West Virginia.
What's going on, man? Oh, yeah? What you got?
19.
Okay.
Alcohol.
Gotcha.
Glossy eyes. I can smell alcohol when I walked up to the car.
Where's he from?
California.
What's he doing out here?
He says he's going to Comic-Con in West Virginia.
That's a drive.
Yeah. He's
Might take a couple hours.
yeah. I got a couple lane violations on him. He actually rolled up on me pretty quick, got behind me, got back over. I guess he realized I was a deputy. He slowed down a little bit. I waited for him to pass. Got a couple lane violations on him. I stopped him.
Okay. Was he over the dash line, solid fog line, both?
White line.
White line a couple of times?
Yep.
Okay. All right, I'll go make contact with him. Have you ran the plate?
Yeah, I haven't got the return back on it yet.
Oh, God, I can smell it from here.
Upon approach, the officer asked where the actor is traveling to and how much he's had to drink that night.
Irving, State Highway Patrol. So it's my understanding you're going to West Virginia?
Yes, sir.
Okay, gotcha. Where are you coming from tonight?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati? Okay. What part of Cincinnati?
The airport.
What's your last name? I know who you are. I was going to say, I thought that looked like you. Okay.
Sure.
Were you out, are you doing something in Ironton?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what were you doing in Ironton?
Well, no, Huntington first,
Okay.
Huntington second.
Okay, gotcha. Are you doing like your tour right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you drive out here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good.
Well,
deal.
I'm from Cincinnati.
You drove here from Cincinnati, but you're going to Huntington right now?
Yes, sir.
But you're doing your tour right now?
Yes.
When do you do your tour for Huntington? Not tonight, I'm sure. It's too early in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, gotcha. How much have you had to drink tonight? One beer? Or one shot of liquor or what?
No, one beer.
One beer? Okay.
The officer asked Koechner to step out of the vehicle to perform a field sobriety test, which the actor complied to right away.
Just stand right there for me. I'm going to back it up for you, okay? All right, Mr. Koechner, you can come right over here for me. Do you wear contacts or glasses or anything?
I don't.
Okay. Would you consider yourself in overall good health? Would you consider yourself in overall good health? Are you on any medications currently?
Yes, sir.
And then any history of head injuries that cause you day-to-day issues? All right, you're a bit taller than me. If you want, you can kind of sit on my hood there while I run you through a couple things, okay? That way it puts you a little more eye level than me. All right, perfect. So what I'll ask you to do, just follow the tip of my pen with your eyes and eyes only, okay? I don't want you to move your head or anything. All right, next thing I'll ask you to do, Mr. Koechner, I'll ask you to come down this way for me here. What I'm going to ask you to do, sir, is take a series of 9 heel-to-toe steps along that line you're imagining. Turn yourself around, take another 9 back. You understand so far?
Yes, sir.
Count your steps out loud. I want you to keep your hands down to your side and don't stop until you've completed the instructions. Do you understand?
9.
Yes, sir. All right, you may begin if you understand the instructions.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Then you'll turn yourself around like I showed you and do the other 9 back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Back.
Coming close to the end of the test, the actor showed obvious difficulties in maintaining his balance.
All right, the next thing I'll ask you to do, sir, is just stand on my light there for me. Yeah, just like I showed you. So you hold it approximately 6 inches above the ground, parallel with the ground. Do you understand the instructions now? It all makes sense now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you may begin when you're ready.
1001.
Sorry. You can pick it up, resume where you left off.
Yes, sir. 1001. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You can pick it up, resume where you left off.
Yes, sir.
You remember where you left off?
Well, 5.
Okay.
4, actually.
All right, so you can go ahead and stop.
Finally, after doing a series of sobriety tests, the officer's suspicion of Koechner's state was confirmed.
Just keep facing my car. Did you put your hands behind your back? Do you understand what impairment is? Okay, you've been arrested for operating the vehicle while impaired.
Additionally, according to the police report, Koechner refused to undergo a blood alcohol test and was ordered to appear in court a few days after the arrest. The actor was arrested for OVI, which is the same as DUI in Ohio. Ironically, just 5 months before this OVI arrest, Koechner faced another DUI and hit-and-run charges in California after allegedly driving erratically and hitting a stop sign. Following these incidents, Koechner's estranged wife requested to suspend his visitation rights with their children, along with implementing safeguards to ensure his sobriety. In response, David Koechner released a statement expressing his desire to maintain shared custody of their children. He states that none of his children were in his custody when the DUI arrest happened. Getting pulled over next is pop star Britney Spears. On September 10, 2023, the singer was pulled over by a California Highway Patrol unit for speeding. She was doing 60 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone. Upon approach, the officer asked Britney for her documents, which the singer failed to provide, explaining that her documents are kept by her security team. The officer also mentioned that he had stopped her for speeding before, and that time let it slide.
I'm so sorry.
You're speeding. Let me get your license, registration, insurance.
My license actually is with my security at home, and I don't have it with me right now at this moment. I'm so sorry, but it's like 10 minutes away.
You're going 60 and it's like a 45.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Can I get your registration, insurance?
Excuse me?
Registration, insurance?
I don't know. All my information is at my house.
Okay. Do you have a valid license?
Yes, sir. I just flew in from overseas, so they have my security at my house. Have my.
I've stopped you before out here for speeding.
Excuse me?
I stopped you before out here for speeding.
Okay, sorry.
I gave you a break last time.
Okay, sorry.
All right, can I get your full name?
Brittany.
Do you have a registration in the car?
No, sir.
Doesn't your security usually follow you?
No, my security's at my house.
He's at the house. Okay. Are you able to have him bring your stuff?
Excuse me?
Can you have him bring your information?
Can you drive there?
Nah, I mean, no, I don't want to do that.
Hi.
Or you can send you a picture of the insurance.
Can you hear me? Can you tell security to send a picture of my registration and my license, please?
And insurance.
Yeah. And what?
And insurance.
And insurance too, to this to my phone so I can show you this copy.
Okay, just wait here for me, okay?
The officer went back to his vehicle to process some paperwork, and she provided him with a photo of her passport.
There's a picture of my passport, but this is the girl she has all my information.
Okay, yeah, she needs to carry it. It all needs to be in the vehicle. Do you know the name of the insurance company at least? Okay, and you don't have her license either? Yeah, it'll have to be afterwards. You guys can just show it to the court as proof, okay? To the court. What was it? 91361. Okay, cool. All right, just wait here. All right, ma'am. So I'm gonna write you a fix-it ticket for the license and then not having proof of insurance. I'm guessing you do have insurance, but you need to have it in the vehicle or accessible. So if you get in a car crash, you can exchange it versus having to try to juggle it back and forth. I'm gonna give you a warning for speeding, by the way. Please slow down out here. This is the second time, okay? There's your copy. You're free to go.
The officer issued Brittany a ticket for driving without a license and for failing to provide proof of insurance, along with a warning for speeding. The officer then told Brittany that she was free to go. However, a few weeks after this encounter, the same officer would once again stop the singer for another traffic violation. On October 6th, 2023, Brittany was pulled over again, this time for crossing a double yellow line, for which the singer immediately apologized and gave an excuse for.
Sorry, I had a TT. My house is right there. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, pass on the double yellows. You can't do that.
I'm so sorry.
Do you have your license?
My security at my house has my passport and my driver's license.
Okay.
I just flew from Mexico.
Okay, you haven't gotten your license yet? I stopped you a few weeks ago and you're supposed to get your license.
I'm sorry.
Okay, do you know you can't pass on the double yellows?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, the reason for that is there's private driveways, so people are pulling in and out.
Again, she didn't have her license with her.
Do you have any like photo ID or anything with your name on it? I know who you are, but
Yes, sir, they have it at my
okay,
house.
you really got to carry it. Is there a reason why you don't carry it with you?
No, it's because I forgot to take it back from the security holds it.
Yeah. So do they, like, so you fly into the airport, right?
Yes,
And then they take it from you and they take it home?
They're not supposed to. I've been there plenty of times and they kind of have been really rude. They take my dogs away the last time I was there. So we've had to...
At the airport?
Yeah, well, they want to take it and they take it to the thing and they search it and everything. They never did that before, so my security is very cautious about the passports and everything and make sure that I'm not taken advantage of when they were really kind of rude last time I was there. So.
Despite looking unsure, this time she was able to provide what seemed like her car registration and insurance.
What is that? Can I see one of those, please? Is this
registration and insurance.
Is it registered to you or is it registered to like a business? Oh, here we go. Perfect. Hold on one sec. Okay, yeah, that works. I don't know if the insurance is in here though. Hold on. Okay, here, I'm gonna give you back this.
Yes, sir.
This one.
Thank you.
Yeah, that one, and then I'm gonna hold on to this one just for a minute, and then just confirm you're Miss Spears, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just wait here for a minute, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'll be with you in a minute. Here's that information. What's your address out here? You sure? Are you sure that's what it is? Is that considered Thousand Oaks or is it Newbury Park or Westlake? And do you know the zip code by any chance?
Sir?
Do you know the zip code by any chance? No. Okay, I'll look it up real quick. And just confirm, so your license is at your house? Is there a way you can make like a photocopy and you can keep it in that same envelope that way? And I promise you, I'm not out here just trying to pull you over.
I'll actually have it next time. Honestly, it's so dumb.
Oh,
I don't have it.
okay. And I understand because you don't want people to like try to take it as a souvenir or something. So, yeah, I just want you to know that I'm not out here trying to pull you over. I'm out here looking for people speeding and passing over the double yellows. Okay. Okay, ma'am. So I'm gonna be.
The officer issued Brittany a citation for her violation of passing over the double yellow line. She was let go and was instructed to deal with her citation in court. The singer paid a fine amounting to $1,140 for her violations. We've got more to uncover, so stay tuned and check out another video. Just tap or click.